It is mid-January and my Greenstalks are absolutely on fire with winter vegetables. Yep, in my Northern California garden, we do not get a break from gardening, and I am not complaining about it. But look at how gorgeously my almost entire winter vegetable garden is growing in my GreenStalk. Look at this huge broccoli plant. It's going to produce broccoli any moment, and I've got tons of bok choy. These greens are so sturdy. This is joy choy, and I've got Chinese pink celery, more tatsoi. It just goes on, and of course there's kale, and there is green mustard, and there is wasabi radish, and beautiful merlot lettuce. And oh, don't forget the peas. The peas are reaching to the heavens, and I've got them growing in succession. This is the first one, and then this was planted a couple of weeks later. You can see they're not as tall as this, but they're getting there, and I've got a fresh batch coming up here. So that is the secret to a successful winter garden. Now you know it: succession planting. So while the winter garden is a lot about beautiful greens, we should not forget color. In fact, look at that. I've got pink. Yes, we do need some color when the days are a little bit cold and dreary. So you need to add flowers to your GreenStalks. And I'm going to share with you my top 5 or 6 flowers that I absolutely must have every year in my GreenStalk. Flower number 1, marigolds. These marigolds just come back every year as volunteers in my garden, as well as in the soil that I reuse in my GreenStalk, and they absolutely set the GreenStalk on fire. Look how gorgeous those marigolds are. My goodness, it takes very little effort to make a GreenStalk look beautiful when you've got lovely marigolds. Another benefit of marigolds: they help keep the pests away. Bad bugs typically don't like hanging out when there are too many marigolds around. Flower number 2 is sweet alyssum. Now, this one has barely started growing, but it's already started cascading over, and very soon it's going to be draping all along the sides of this GreenStalk, which is going to be pretty much dedicated to growing strawberries. Now, strawberries are going to be mostly a lot of green with a few reds here and there, so flowers are really important to break up that color. I've got sweet peas and I've got a daisy here, so just throw in a few colors here and there and it's going to look spectacular. Flower number 3, and probably one of my favorites, is Nasturtiums. Now, I don't have any of them in bloom right now. It's kind of still early in the season, so I'm going to put some pictures or video of last year, but they were just out of this world gorgeous. Aren't they beautiful, cascading down the sides and actually shading out some of those lower tiers? But hey, who cares? They look beautiful. The next flower is still growing in my greenhouse, and it is violas. These are Johnny jump ups, and these ones in particular are my favorites. Look how spectacular they look. They grow really fast once the weather starts to warm up just a little bit in spring, and they just bring a blast of purple and white to the GreenStalk, which, so beautiful. Another flower that falls into the category of edibles, just like the violas I just showed you, are the thyme flowers. Now, thyme is an herb, but it produces these delicate little spikes of flowers that really look so majestic, especially on the top tier of the GreenStalk. Aren't those lovely? Now, here's yet another category of plants that are not necessarily flowers, but gosh, they add a spectacular pop of color, and that is the leaves, the colored leaves of the merlot lettuce. And another one of my absolute favorites is coleus. I grow coleus every year, and I always add them to my GreenStalk to make my GreenStalk just show off beautiful color. And I'm growing a new one this year called Colocha Rose, and I am so keen to grow it in my GreenStalk. Now, the perfect vehicle, I think, to show off flowers is the basket weave GreenStalk. Now, I've got the plain GreenStalks here, but the basket weave is so pretty, and it's definitely on my list to add to my collection in the future. In fact, there is a sale going on right now. Use my affiliate code, it's in the description, and take another $10 off with my discount code GreenLove10. And by the way, you do want to consider getting the 7 tier, the leaf GreenStalk, if you're going to grow plenty of flowers. They look just, oh, so phenomenal in the 7 tier GreenStalk. It's a little bit shorter than the original, and you get to have more tiers, so that means more flowers. I hope you enjoy your GreenStalks as much as I do, and have a wonderful gardening season.